And we all came together as a community, as a team, as a family, to really raise this theater up and carry it through. And we are a better theater because of it. I'm Allison Lorena. I am the president and CEO here at the MAYO Performing Arts Center. We put on all different types of shows. We have every type of genre of music and dance productions and world music productions and wonderful Broadway shows. We certainly have, as I said, a little something for everyone here at MPAC. Before the pandemic, we brought in about 250,000 patrons through our doors. We generated more than $15 million of revenue back into our local economy each year. The restaurants were filled to capacity. The parking garages were filled. The streets were filled with excited theater goers. And we all know what happened after that. On March 11th, we hosted our last sold-out performance here with 1,300 people. On March 12th, we met with our executive committee that morning, and within a few hours, everything was shut down. At that point, we thought we would be canceled for 2 weeks. So to cancel for a 2-week stretch was unheard of. It was almost unfathomable, the amount of work that needed to be put behind canceling 2 weeks of performances or rescheduling 2 weeks performances. That was, that was rough. It was rough on our staff. I mean, now we had to all transition to a remote work environment. We no longer had a box office. It took a lot of time and energy. Our staff did an absolutely amazing job. The hardest part was the uncertainty as to when we might return to some type of normalcy. Unfortunately, we had to furlough a large portion of our staff. We were operating with less resources. We were not bringing in the revenue that we would normally bring in. We lost millions of dollars in ticket revenue. Not only do we serve over 250,000 people here at the theater every year with all of the great programs that we have on the stage, but we also serve over 40,000 school children each year. So all of the kids that were coming here and taking classes after school and on Saturdays and enjoying spending time with their friends, now we're doing it on Zoom. And I think that by transitioning our performing arts school program to that virtual platform and having the kids Zoom in and see all their peers and perhaps not feel so isolated, really, to me, provided such a wonderful outlet because, again, the teachers were all there. They were still doing their theater games. They were still singing their songs. They were still expressing themselves. They were still spending all of that quality time. But then we took our entire programming template and model and transitioned it to a virtual platform as well. So we were able to offer all of the wonderful productions that we have here on the stage virtually. And more. We were able to bring in artists that couldn't travel to Morristown and international artists that we were never able to present here. And we'll continue to do that. And we look forward to, once we do have live productions here on the MPAC stage, we look forward to also offering that virtual component of programming as well. We were the first theater, the first New Jersey Performing Arts Center, to come up with a concept of hosting a live drive-in concert. We kept having drive-in concerts for the rest of the summer, and they were even more exciting. People felt comfortable getting out of their cars, and they were outside dancing, and they got together with their families, and they enjoyed it as a wonderful night out. We live stream performances. We invested a little bit of capital into purchasing some live stream equipment. And we thought that was important because we knew people were still so afraid to leave their homes, yet they still wanted to experience the live performances that we had here at MPAC. Our first reopening concert was on October 2nd. We had a wonderful jazz performance that evening. The wonderful thing, it was such a magical night, it really was. It was almost surreal that we can't even believe that we were able to open after all those months. We were a small group, but we were a mighty group. And it was phenomenal to hear the applause at the end of that performance resonating to me throughout the entire town. In a typical year, we would earn about $9 to $10 million in ticket revenue. This year, we're about $350,000 at such a reduced capacity. It will probably take a year or two to recover from the devastating financial impact of the pandemic. And it's really been through this community and again on the shoulders of this community that this theater has been able to survive and thrive for more than 80 years. That's what we look forward to the most, is really seeing Morristown come back to life and really being the economic driver that we were prior to closing during the pandemic.